Hello everyone. Today's video is about the countries where governments take the biggest cut from your salary. Before we begin, subscribe to the Discover the Planet channel, press the bell icon, and let us know in the comments which country you're watching from. Angola taxes 25% of income, reducing take-home pay across urban and rural communities alike. Myanmar collects 25% from salaries, pressing tighter budgets on working families. Bangladesh applies a 25% income tax, hitting low and mid-income earners significantly. Egypt enforces a 27.5% income tax. Brazil deducts 27.5% from income, shrinking household budgets for millions. Barbados charges 28.5% of earnings, tightening savings for island residents. Ghana takes 30% of income, challenging economic mobility for many workers. Malaysia enforces a 30% tax, leaving less room for personal investments. Kenya applies a 30% income tax, making it tough for young professionals to save. Tanzania charges 30%, reducing disposable income for both rural and urban earners. Latvia collects 31% in income tax, impacting the working class significantly. Mozambique applies a 32% personal tax, slowing financial growth across sectors. Poland deducts 32% of income, affecting long-term financial planning. Canada enforces a 33% income tax, hitting middle and upper-class families the most. Venezuela takes 34%, increasing pressure on households amid inflation. Thailand charges a 35% income tax, limiting lifestyle upgrades for professionals. Philippines applies 35% taxation, affecting families in both cities and provinces. Mexico enforces a 35% tax, narrowing income margins for its workforce. Ethiopia deducts 35%, creating hurdles for household savings and spending. Pakistan taxes 35% of income, putting strain on salaried workers. Indonesia collects 35% from top earners, reducing economic flexibility. Uruguay charges 36%, cutting into monthly earnings across industries. Namibia applies a 37% income tax, dampening upward mobility. Ecuador enforces a 37% personal tax, reducing disposable income for citizens. United States taxes up to 37% of income, squeezing upper income brackets. Zambia deducts 37.5%, limiting financial breathing room for many. Suriname charges 38%, slowing household spending capacity. Morocco collects 38% in income tax, hitting middle-class growth. Cameroon applies a 38.5% tax, pushing tight margins on everyday earners. New Zealand takes 39% of personal income, limiting discretionary budgets. Colombia taxes 39%, trimming savings for millions. Norway applies a 39.6% income tax, prioritizing welfare but limiting take-home pay. Ireland deducts 40% from income, burdening upper-middle-class families. Mauritania enforces a 40% tax, affecting national income equity. Republic of the Congo charges 40% in personal income tax, shrinking take-home pay. Switzerland collects 40% despite its high living standards. Zimbabwe takes 41.2%, heavily affecting middle-income workers. Luxembourg applies a 42% income tax, taking a significant chunk of earnings. Papua New Guinea deducts 42%, hitting personal financial goals hard. India taxes income up to 42.74%, reducing the ability to build wealth. Senegal enforces a 43% tax rate, impacting savings and consumption. Italy charges 43% in income tax, reducing upward economic movement. Greece deducts 44%, making budgeting more difficult for families. Australia collects 45%, placing strain on professional incomes. South Korea applies a 45% tax, reducing savings in dense cities. South Africa enforces a 45% personal income tax, squeezing financial mobility. Iceland charges 46.25% in income tax, among Europe's highest brackets. Spain deducts 47% from earnings, reducing opportunities for financial growth. Portugal collects 48% income tax, especially tough on upper-income classes. Netherlands taxes 49.5%, placing significant strain on private sector wages. Slovenia enforces a 50% tax, halving what top earners take home. Israel applies 50% income tax, placing tight constraints on net income. Belgium deducts 50%, leaving workers with limited financial cushion. Aruba charges 52% of income, among the heaviest in the Caribbean. Sweden collects 52.3%, trading income for social benefits. Austria enforces a 55% personal tax, squeezing higher-income professionals. Denmark applies 55.9%, one of the steepest in Scandinavia. Japan deducts 55.95% income tax, significantly reducing net salaries for top earners. Finland leads globally with a 57.3% income tax, the world's highest personal rate. If you found this comparison useful, don't forget to like the video, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to the Discover the Planet channel for more eye-opening global insights.